you can talk and describe, just look right at me when you're doing it, and you can just
Gotcha.
start where you want to.
So what I'll probably do is I'll occasionally go to my cheat sheet.
That's fine.
I know you guys can
Yep,
handle
we can
it.
edit around it.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry. The Epicurean
You
is.
look right at me.
I know. The Epicurean is Albany's authentic French restaurant. What that means is we bring in some unique things to make your dining experience much more interesting. Yes, you can get beef, chicken, some pasta dishes. But we're also well known for things like steak tartare, frog's legs, and
Escargot.
yeah, I know. I'll pick up the pace here eventually. Steak tartare.
Take your time with it. You
I just got to think about it for a second.
No, I was going to say, you can pick it up right when you say we offer things like beef, chicken. I'll start right from that. You're going to start looking at it.
Okay, perfect. We offer things like beef and chicken dishes, lots of different fish and crustaceans or shellfish, as well as unique French items like steak tartare, frog's legs, escargot, among many other regional things from France. Our chef is from the south of France, Dominique Brignali. Tosses a little bit of extra something from the Mediterranean in occasionally as well, so it gives you that reason to come out and dine instead of staying home and barbecuing or whatever you do. Blah, blah, blah. The Epicurean is known for being more than just a restaurant. We started 8 years ago in a small cafe in Pittstown. We've been here for over a year. We are a gourmet shop as well as a restaurant offering a wonderful array of chocolates, cheeses, and other unique items that can't be found in many other places. We also cater a lot, both here at the bistro. We've been doing a lot of weddings, bridal showers, corporate events, and we do events on the outside for up to 1,000 people at one time. So there are many things that we offer coming here, as well as we have a wonderful wine bar. We have a 1,700 bottle wine cellar with a changing selection of by the glass wines weekly, up to about 18 different wines. Our focus is primarily French, though we offer a nice selection of New World wines from places like South America, New Zealand, Australia, and the west coast of the United States. We're open 6 days a week, serving lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday. We have a wonderful brunch from 11 to 3 on Sundays. Our specialty is Eggs Benedict, and in many cases, people in the Albany area believe that we have some of the best Eggs Benedict that there is to offer. We offer it in 4 different ways. Wonderful, tasty, very unique. Again, that's our whole thing. French, unique, make it different. Make it a real reason to come out and enjoy a meal at a French restaurant in Latham Farms. We also have a wonderful terrace. We'll seat up to about 30 people. So if you want to enjoy the day as the weather is getting much better, by all means, please come and see us as well. I don't know what more to say.
What would a person expect to get if they came here for dinner? Just run me through. If a couple came in, what would their experience be like?
Well, the whole thing about the Epicurean is the definition of Epicurean, which means it is a complete dining experience.
Talk about that.
Yeah, it's a complete dining experience. An Epicurean basically is someone who enjoys eating and drinking and understands it. And when you come here, you're not just coming here to put food in your mouth, you're coming here to enjoy the ambiance, the matching of wine and food, multiple courses, because it makes a true experience and a true dining experience, because that's what we're known for, that's what people come to see, because you're not just going to a chain restaurant or a fast food place, you're coming to some place where you can sit down and enjoy a meal. It's very much of a French experience in that way.
Chef Brignali being here, what does he add to a plate that comes out from his kitchen?
Well, the big difference between having a French chef, trained French chef from France, is that they know how to create things that are very different and unique. They can put things together either spice-wise or taste-wise, because their experience in France is something that's much broader than something that a chef would get here in the United States. Interesting enough, the really good chefs here in the United States are either from some other place in the world, or they've spent a lot of time in some other place in the world. There are very few trained chefs that have not spent time in other places, a la France, that can really create something that's very different and unique and fun.
Talk about the crustaceans and what those plates are like again.
Well, what the chef does, particularly he does a couple of unique things with mussels, with clams. He has a pesto sauce that he puts in it, whether it's the clams or the mussels, which makes it just a little bit different, and then he adds pastis. That's where the uniqueness comes in. That's what's very different from a French-trained or a European-trained chef versus an American-trained chef, because they just wouldn't come into necessarily connection with those things unless they've been in Europe or someplace else.
When somebody walks in here, what is the first reaction you want them to have?
Wow. That's because the experience of what we hear from people is, you've got a great atmosphere. It's a beautiful venue, and it is. It really is. It has a warm feeling. Many people have referred to our restaurants as part of the Pogue living room because it gives you that warm, friendly feeling as soon as you walk in.
How many people does the restaurant seat?
We serve up to 130 people, which includes the terrace. The bar will hold roughly 30 people. Our dining room roughly 70. The unique thing about the dining room is we can section it off for parties and events and things like that. So it makes it comfortable for those people.
Talk about the flames that Chef Briali likes to play with.
Chef is notorious. I think it has a lot to do with flambeing, which is very much of a French thing. It started in France, I believe, and he is into it in a very big way. He's not going to do it at your table side because we don't consider ourselves a fine dining restaurant. We're a casual restaurant. People can come in t-shirts and shorts or as dressed as they feel. But what it does is he has a lot of fun doing that. And again, back to using the liquors of various parts of the world that will enhance the flavor. That just extra little touch.
How important is it because you can sit here and watch your food being cooked.
Correct. Well, I think a lot. Open kitchens have been something that many people enjoy seeing more and more, so they can see exactly what's going on with the food. One of the reasons when we took over this location is there was a wall that we tore down so that we could have an open kitchen so people could see the food going on, because that's become kind of a trend. People like that, and we enjoy it as well.
Can you talk a little more about the types of wines that you guys have here and how you pair them with meals and stuff?
Actually, wine pairing is one of our specialties. We are a French restaurant, so we have a large selection of French wines covering most of the areas of France. I'd say our selection is probably 60 to 70% French, the rest of it being New World wines. We enjoy helping people in the process if they want to be able to sit down and go through a tasting of wine with food. We consider that an important part of the experience as well as the atmosphere.
What would you recommend for somebody to come here? What would be the meal that you would recommend for somebody to come in and pair with the wine?
That's a very difficult thing to ask because we change our menu 3 or 4 times a year. Right now we're in the middle of a promotion that we're doing for the next 16 months, which is basically the passport to France. We've identified 16 different regions in France where we have food specialties, cheese matching, as well as wine matching. So it makes it a little bit more interesting, and people can actually go to France without going to France. They can come to Latham Farms instead.
Awesome.